In this week's edition of WTHS News, we take a look at what AP Art Studio and Structure have been working on and hear from this year's National Merit Semi-Finalists. Welcome back to another episode of WTHS News. I'm Rebecca Johnston. With November quickly approaching, it's time for eligible students to register to vote. Get Out the Vote Coalition is a service club based in Lee County. Members of this organization were present last Tuesday in the cafeteria, helping students who will turn 18 before November 5th register to vote. According to Pew Research Center, only 18% of eligible citizens between the ages of 18 to 29 voted in the past presidential election. Get Out the Vote strives to raise that number while registering students not only in Tupelo, but across Lee County, including Shannon, Nettleton, Aberdeen, Okolona, and ICC. The deadline to register to vote is October 7th. Another important thing that takes place in the fall is the PSAT, which juniors have the opportunity to take every October. Last week, almost a year after taking the PSAT, seniors Andrew Keene and Luke Williamson were announced as National Merit Semi-Finalists. This honor is given to students who make a qualifying score on the PSAT. Less than 1% of the nation's graduating seniors qualify as semifinalists. We congratulate Andrew and Luke on their accomplishment and cheer them on as they hope to reach their next goal of becoming finalists.
I am very thankful for my teachers and everybody who has prepared me for that test, and just to be able to get that honor. It was very exciting. I'm very proud of Luke, very thankful for people who have kind of helped me along in that.
I was very happy when she told me and Andrew that we were National Merit Semi-Finalists, and I'm also very thankful for the teachers who have helped me get there and very proud of Andrew for getting it too.
It's inspiring to see students recognized for their hard work and dedication. Speaking of recognition, some of our very own teachers were awarded grants at the AEE luncheon held last Friday. Thomas has more.
Public education is a vital part of the Tupelo community. Various teachers across the district were awarded innovative grants to enhance the learning experience in the classroom. Stuart McMillan, a board member of the Association for Excellence in Education, explains how this program benefits students of all ages.
AEE helps support both financially, but we also support by showing up to be a part of activities and engagements in the community. I think that's something that's really special, is being able to see these grants in action. The
AEE board was proud to announce the funding of 28 grants totaling $110,000 to be used by TPSD teachers during the school year. This year's theme was Out of This World and was held at the Early Childhood Education Center. Casey Pierce, an engineering teacher at Tupelo High School, was given a grant called Deep Dive, which allows students to build underwater robots.
It's going to be a really great hands-on project for my students. So we have robot kits in the classroom that we talk about how it's used in manufacturing and things like that, but the underwater robot really opens up the opportunities that we can talk about how robots are used for exploration and in harsh environments and where people can't go, and help further the scientific knowledge and things like that.
Not only will these grants influence students, but they will also provide a unique hands-on opportunity. Jeremy Turner, an economics teacher at THS, was awarded a grant called Constitution Quest, which involves students using escape rooms.
I took a group to Jackson for the Mississippi Economic Competition, and the first activity they had to do when they got down there is that they were given a decipher code, and they had to break into a backpack using the code, and then they had to do some economic concepts to keep going into the backpack and keep breaking into parts of it until they got to the final prize. But they had fun with it, so I thought, well, how can I bring that to the classroom, plus the concept of an escape room?
Without the help of countless donors who come together to fund these grants, the overall classroom atmosphere would not be the same.
AEE is special to me because when I was at Church Street Elementary, I had the pleasure of actually being a student that got to participate in grants. And now, being able to be on the board, I'm able to see how innovative grants impact my own students, my own kids, but also students across the district.
These visionary grants will continue to impact the Tupelo Public School District and will inspire students to excel not only academically, but creatively. I'm Thomas Roper, WTHS News.
Thanks, Thomas. With AEE, teachers can continue teaching in new and creative ways. On another note, Tupelo celebrates the head football coach, Coach Hardin, as he achieved his 75th career win last Friday. Rylie has more in this week's sports.
Hey everyone, I'm Rylie Robinson, and welcome back to this week's sports. Last Friday, the Golden Wave football team traveled to Hernando and faced the Tigers. Even in the rain, the Waves still played hard to steal another win. In the first half, Tupelo started off strong, scoring 2 touchdowns in the first quarter and 3 in the second. Junior J.J. Hill contributed to more than half of Tupelo's points, scoring 3 out of 5 of the touchdowns.
Just have one goal, to be 1-0 at the end of every week.
At halftime, the Wave led the Tigers 35-0. Tupelo continued to fight, but Hernando's offense pushed through and scored a touchdown. The final score was 35-6. This game not only continued Tupelo's win streak, which is now 3-0, but it was also Coach Hardin's 75th career win. He shares how he has been successful throughout his coaching years.
You know, love on you guys, surround yourself with coaches that are smarter than you, and, you know, been blessed at both places. I've always had really good football players, and so you know, it's just right place, right time type of thing.
Football weren't the only ones to compete last weekend. On Saturday, some of the cross-country team competed in the Southern Showcase in Huntsville, Alabama. Although not every runner competed, the ones who did ran hard through the mud and rain. Senior Brooklyn Morgan placed 34th out of 231 runners. Freshman Carrie Ann Brown placed 136th, and sophomore Kaylee Skaggs followed her, placing 137th.
I think I did pretty good. It was tough out there because of how slippery it was, and it was kind of hilly, but considering how the rest of the team did, I wasn't too mad about it.
Our swim team also competed this week. On Tuesday, they swam at Starkville. Just like the previous meets, Tupelo dominated the competition and placed first for both the boys and girls team. Their next meet will be next Tuesday at the Tupelo Aquatic Center. This will be the last regular meet the team will have before their North Half Championship in October. Tonight, Tupelo hosts its annual community tailgate at 5 before the Golden Wave football team takes on the Oxford Chargers at 7. Make sure you come out and dress according to the theme Blackout. That's all for this week's sports. I'm Rylie Robinson, WTHS Sports and Media.
Thanks, Rylie. Before tonight's football game, be sure to check out the community tailgate. Along with many other festivities at the tailgate, Structure will be providing live music. This past weekend, Structure performed at the annual Robin Street Art Stroll. Although they were only able to perform one song due to the rain, they still gave an exceptional performance. Be sure to come support Structure at their fall showcase held on November 8th and 9th at 6 p.m. Last Thursday and Friday, AP Art Studio also showcased what they've been working on. Each student displayed 3 to 4 pieces they have completed so far. Starting on Thursday, the pieces were exhibited in the Performing Arts Center for students to come by and appreciate. Then, the pieces were critiqued by peers on Friday. There's so much talent here at Tupelo High School. That's all we have for this week. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching this week's edition of WTHS News, and have a great weekend.